Chromebooks out. Let's go ahead and put them up for right now. Don't need them. So we have done a lesson over solving equations. We did it back at the beginning of the year. That lesson for me was kind of let's see where we're at. Okay. And now we're just going to reintroduce it. So if some of this stuff seems familiar, that's great. If it doesn't, no worries, because I'm going to teach it to you. So you're in luck. Why'd you put that second? Katie's even my date person on my board. Okay. So solving equations has 4 steps. What are those steps? Go. Look at the variable. That's 1. Someone give me step 2. Ada. Oh, quiet please. Ada. Wow, incredible how we just knew that. What's the 3rd step, Alex? I don't even know why I'm here. Cohen, what's the 4th step? Incredible. All right, so we're basically done with the notes then, because y'all know all 4 steps. So we'll just go ahead and get to our homework. And no? Okay. Yeah. Yes. I don't think you want to do that. Don't you want me to teach this to you? Okay. So we are solving 1-step equations. Okay, 1-step equations means that you will have 1 step to be able to solve it. Okay, so to solve equations, we use inverse operations. Okay, inverse operations are just the opposite operation. Now, what are the operations that we are accustomed to? Yes. So if I asked Gus, if I asked you what the opposite of addition is, what would you say? Yeah. Gavin, what is the opposite of division? Yes. Okay. So those are inverse operations of each other. So the opposite of addition, or the inverse of addition, is subtraction. And the inverse of multiplication is division. So far, so good. So this is where you start to build good habits, okay? I only say this because we have done many problems in Algebra 1 and geometry on solving equations, because this is stuff that they've been through before. And a lot of them have bad habits for how to solve these things, okay? I'm going to be very strict about the way that your problem looks while you're solving it, okay? So, until I say otherwise, especially on your homework, you need to show your work, okay? If you don't show your work, you're not going to get credit. And the reason being, okay, is because as this stuff that we're going to do today is fairly easy, okay? You will. Yes, you will. Okay, this stuff, but I have a reason for it, and the reason is because in a couple years you're going to start doing equations that are way harder than this, and if you don't build good habits on how to write this stuff out in the right way, it's going to be harder for you. And I see some of my geometry students who are brilliant students struggling because their work, they'll write something right here, and then they'll write something over here, and then they'll write something over here, and then right here, and then right here, and then their answer's right here, and it's not right. And I say, okay, well, can you tell me what you did? And they can't. They can't explain the steps that they went through, okay? And most of the time when it comes to solving equations, it's one little thing. It's like on the 2nd step, instead of subtracting 3, you added 3. But they can't see it because they don't have it vertically aligned, okay? And they don't have it uniform. So every question that they solve looks different, okay? We want to make sure everything looks the same, and we want to make sure it's easy to follow, okay? You should be able to explain your own work. Do we all agree on that at least? Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do first is step one. What is step one? Locate the variable. Is it on? And when we say locate the variable, we're talking about in reference to the equal sign. Everything's always in reference to the equal sign. So where is the variable in reference to the equal sign? Yeah, on the left side. Okay, on the left side. Okay, so then what is step two? Yeah, so basically now you're just asking yourself, what's being done to the variable? Yeah, addition by what? Okay, so we have now identified the location of the variable. We've identified the operation that's happening to the variable. Okay, Omar, what's step three? Yeah, so what is the inverse of adding? Okay, subtracting. So we are going to, instead of add 7, we're going to subtract 7 from both sides. Always both sides. Okay, then I'm going to draw my little equal bar right there. And now I'm just doing vertical math. Okay, so I've got -1 plus -7 on the right side. What is that going to give me? Right here. Yep, go for it. -1 plus a -7. Since we are guessing, we're going to use a number line. Okay? Because how do you jet? Since some of us are guessing, we've got to use a number line. Okay, so I'm going to start with a -1. We'll just put it right there. Okay, there's -1. So 0 is going to be right there. Okay, we comfortable with that at least? Okay, now I'm going to add -7. If I'm adding positive value, I go to the right. If I'm adding negative value, I got to go to the left. So I'm adding -7. So from -1, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's going to be -2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. -8. Okay? If I ask you what's -1 plus -7, and I'll be honest with you, you can't tell me with 95% certainty within about 5 seconds, the number line will help you. Please use it. Okay? So proud. Okay, so we got -1 plus -7. It's going to be -8. Okay? What's +7 minus 7? 0. And that's what we want. We want those to cancel out. Okay? Then I'm going to bring down x. We've got x equals 8. And it's good. Okay? How do we check? There is a technique we use to check our solutions in algebra. It starts with an S. Substitution. Substitution. Okay, so I have x plus 7 equals -1. And now, instead of x, I'm going to substitute in the -8. Okay, what's -8 plus 7? -1. Okay, and then what you do when you get to this last line is you just ask yourself a yes or no question. Okay, does -1 equal -1? If your answer is yes, then your answer is good. Okay, but if you check it and your answer is no, then you did something wrong. Okay, and you got to go back. So, how do we feel? Do we want to try number 2 on our own? Okay, go for it. Try number 2 on your own, please. Yes, exactly the way that number 1 looked is the way that number 2 should look. There's different variables and numbers. I'll give you a minute and a half or so. If that's where you're putting it, it's really up to you. We'll just make that negative thing if you want. Mm-hmm. Negative 9 would be right there because negative 9 is moving towards 0. So that's why when I draw these, you're putting negative 9 there. I'm going to put 0 on there so I can see. So negative 9 is going to be actually okay. Same thing, it's towards 0. Mm-hmm. Yep.
You got like 3 different answers. You got like 3 different answers. I got 0. I got 20.
So once you get a solution, you got to check it. Then check it and see who's right. Please check your answer, guys. I won't always make you do it for the rest of the year, but I am going to make you do it these first few times that we're doing this. So please check your answer. You check your answer?
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's so easy.
Yeah.
I counted all some of the line.
Yes, you know we were.
Oh, the first one. It would be.
You got it right. Let's do it. He doesn't know what he's saying.
All right, let's check number 2. So, step 1, locate the variable. The variable is on the left side of the equal sign. Okay? What operation, Lux, what operation is being done to the variable? Thank you, Lux. So, subtraction. By what, Lux? Yeah, by 11. There we go. Okay, so we're being subtracted by 11. Izzy, what's the inverse of that? Okay, so we're going to walk me through it.
So you're going to add 11 to both sides.
Perfect.
And then you're doing negative 9 plus 11, which is 2. And then the 11, and then the other side cancels out.
Then you bring m down right there. Okay, now you got to take this, substitute in. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite. And now I'm going to plug in 2 for the variable. 2 minus 11 going to give me -9. Okay, and I can check that. I can check that by using a number line. Okay, so I can put, really it'd be easiest if I just put -9 on the line somewhere, okay, and put 0 on the line. It'd be 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, and then go from there. Okay. Number 3, I would like for you to do. Stop jumping around. Okay, I would like for you to do 2 of 3, 4, 5, and 6. I don't care which 2 you do. Out of 3, 4, 5, and 6, I would like for you to do 2 of them. Yep.
I don't know what to do.
Follow the steps.
Okay, I give you the easy way.
No, we'll go to that one next. Nope.
Oh. Look at that.
Sorry, so how well is it?
Is it always close? No, I'm gonna do that. Okay, plus or subtraction.
Mr. Bennett.
I totally made up the whole time.
Does this make sense? This is what wait, you got your own.
7, 6, 5, 4. What's 9 minus 1?
So I would put 9 on my number line, and then it's always adding value over that thing.
I'm trying to figure out 9 minus 14.
You gotta get rid of that so the opposite is 12.
Can I put my 9 here and then count that way?
Absolutely.
So it doesn't even matter where the first number goes. It doesn't have to go in the
You should put it like if you know you're going to be going to the left, then put it as far to the right as you want. Yep. That's kind of the nice thing about you building your own is you can change it up however you want. So you're asking yourself.
12.
Okay, so then you go to step 3.
So random.
So,
No, you can definitely call it. I'm just saying. Yes, you can. Dang. That's not bad. That's not bad. Oh my God, that's so
okay. So once those things come out, you can head across the mouth. So you got these. And then okay. How are we doing? We need a little more time? Okay. A little bit more. A little bit more.
You like this?
Wait. I can't return. I can.
I did 3.
I did.
I could do
Why is it different? I did it I did it. I may have right though.
Wait, is it?
Number 3.
Is it? No, it's
That's why I'm not giving you one, Ronnie. All right, I'm going to put the solution up there for number 3. Okay. Still waiting on some of the others, but I'll go ahead and start putting them up here so we can move forward. Is anybody still working on number 3, or are we comfortable? Okay, well, I'll put it up there then. Okay, the completed solution for number 3 is up there. Check and make sure not only do you get the right answer, but does yours look like mine? Okay, I'm not strict like this with everything, but I am going to be with this. Yes. So proud. Okay, I'll put number 4 up there just a second. Yep.
Well, you weren't. You had -4. I had -5. Are you trying to bully me? Are you trying to bully me? No.
Plus, you should have. Which side? I don't know which side like to multiply. Yes, okay. Do I put the 4 on this? I put plus 8 on both. I don't know. A little. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. That's -1 plus 4. Another number line. My number line is like that.
Or not.
I think I can. I'm not as good as you, but I can.
Just like that.
Should I come in?
Okay.
Wait, what'd you put? Oh, never mind.
All right. Here's number 4.
Oh, I heard those.
And I'm going to go ahead and put 5 and 6 up there also. Then we're going to move on. Yikes.
I got that right. Let's go.
Oh, no.
I'm good at this.
Do what?
I'm good at this.
Good. Being good at this will pay off for you, I promise.
I deserve a snack. You should give me a Happy Meal. I'll pay you money.
Really?
It's a like, I don't know why. Why do you know he does? Because I'm a native speaker. And we're talking every single time. Because we're native speakers. You know, why can't we speak like French or something? Like, I'm tired of Spanish.
No say.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro,
Yeah.
Guys, please be looking up here and checking your work.
Oh, I was a number.
already. Stay already. Ask me.
Where did I get
Oh,
it?
you can get it.
Yeah, I probably did. I'm gonna be honest. I probably counted another number.
You'll never know. You'll
I
never
don't know
know.
how I got 9.
Ever.
But I have to. I count like 1,000 times to make sure.
What? How to put a line in
I
the
just
middle?
like.
Yes, I would like for yours to look exactly like mine.
Wait, we have to do the bottom one too? Yeah, I just looked at the.
Got it wrong. I put 6 instead of. Where'd the 3 come from?
Huh? I was kidding.
Okay, there's 3, 4, 5, and 6. Please check your work right now because I would like to move on.
I got all of them right.
Good job, Gavin. Proud of you. Yeah. Yep.
What? Oh, just like that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a good fact. Just simple as that.
Just eat.
Hmm? But they gotta eat number 6. I got 6.
Okay, variable's over here. What's being done to it? It's adding a -4, right? So we've got to add a +4. No? So those will cancel out. So we add a +4 over here. So you got -1 plus 4. And then you just got to use your number line. So you started at -1. Yeah, you just put it on that. So you went -1 to add 4. So don't forget to add 4. So it'll be -1, 0, 1. So you don't have on the number line the number that you're moving. I think that might be. Are you sure? Yeah. Okay. All right, guys, we're gonna move on. If you still need some of these solutions, please just get them from your neighbor, or when we get done, I'll scroll back up. Okay. So let's move on to 7 and 8. Focus, please. Okay, number 7. What's different about this section? Let's get off our Chromebooks, please. Yeah. So, and I think y'all kind of collaborated on the answer. This section is about multiplication and division. Okay, so Gavin's already looking at number 7 and asking himself, what operation's happening to the variable? Okay, so we have 4a equals -24. Okay, so Gavin, you said your guess was what? Yeah, so if we look at 4a, what's being done? What operation is being done to the variable? That's being multiplied by, 4, because we're talking in reference to the variable, right? So the variable is being multiplied by 4. So the inverse of that is division. So we're going to locate the variable. It's on the left side. We've identified that's being multiplied by 4. So we're going to do the inverse by dividing. Now, in algebra, I don't want to see this symbol. Do not put that symbol on your paper.
I just put that here.
Do not.
What symbol do I put? Oh, the radical.
It is a fraction.
The radical thing.
Right here. A fraction. Okay? So, that is arithmetic. Okay? You're not in arithmetic anymore. You're in algebra. Okay? So, do not put the division symbol on your paper. The same way that we stop using this as multiplication. For obvious reasons on the multiplication one, right? Because we're using variables. So, use fractions for division. Okay? Fractions mean division. Fractions mean division. Fractions mean, okay, there we go. Fractions mean, there we go. Proud of you, Alex. Okay, so we're going to divide both sides by 4. Okay, I'm going to bring my equal sign down. Now, what is 4 divided by 4? No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's 1. Okay, what is 1 times a? A. So they cancel out. Okay, if you have a number on top and you have a number on bottom that match, they will always cancel out. Okay, if you have a number on top and you have a number on bottom, what will they do? They will always cancel out. Okay, so we'll bring down a, and then we'll do -24 divided by 4. Okay, so first all I need to think of is what's 24 divided by 4, and I'll put the 6. And then I need to follow that up with, what were my sign? Okay, now I have it written up there. It's still from intervention, but it's the rules, okay, for multiplication. If I have two numbers with the same sign, no matter what those signs are, they could both be positive or both be negative. my product or my quotient will always be positive. Positive. Okay? So if I multiply two positives together, my answer is positive. If I multiply two negatives together, my answer is positive. The only time that you'll get a negative answer is when the signs are different. That's all you have to remember. Are the signs different? It's negative. Are the signs the same? It's positive. Okay? I'm only being super adamant about that because like I said, y'all kind of have the benefit of me seeing the things that Algebra 1 and geometry struggle with because it's stuff that you guys haven't really learned yet. Okay? And so y'all get the benefit of me seeing the stuff that they still miss. So I'm trying to be really adamant about the stuff that is important. They mess up on that a lot. Okay? You got to burn that into your brain. So this 6 should be positive or negative? Negative, because the signs are different. And that's it. Negative 24 divided by positive 4. Yep. Yes. So you're going to check these as well. Okay. So you're going to first rewrite, then substitute. I'll put a negative 6 in there. It's very important that you use the parentheses. We used them in the previous section. It's even more important that you use them in this section because otherwise, if you'd write it out, it would look like 4 minus 6. Okay, but using the parentheses tells you to multiply. So 4 times negative 6, it's going to be negative 24. Negative 24 equals negative 24. Please try number 8 on your own if you haven't already.
Nothing wrong with my hair.
Guys, please work diligently on this. I don't want to spend too much more time.
Oh, wait, there is?
Yeah, there's a backside. No, the homework will be on CUDA. Honestly, I'm going to use this for forever just for the sole purpose of it gives all of y'all different questions, which is amazing for me. Terrible for y'all, but amazing for me. Well, you can still cheat, but
Yeah,
it's just a lot harder.
Yeah, sometimes you get the same question.
Yeah, you get the same questions but in different orders.
I made a flower.
Oh wait, we're doing number 8.
That would be great.
Okay, so do we know what side do we use it to divide?
So you gotta look. So you gotta go back to your steps.
Okay.
First, locate the variable. It's on the
So
right
then
side.
it's 7.
That's right. Yep. If you follow those steps, it'll help you locate. Okay. You can. If you would like to give it 9 a go, that's where we'll go next, Lux. But you're welcome to wait either way. 9:59. We got plenty of time.
You want to be a teacher? You like kids?
They're all right.
Yeah. Wait.
What age teacher?
Yeah, what grade?
Really?
Not little. Like I like little kids.
Like high school students? Or like middle school students?
Probably either middle school or high school. But in grade school, that's probably not
Personally, I can do that.
They both have their positives and their negatives.
But I also like little kids, so I don't know.
Not 7.
Guys, once you finish number 8, you're welcome to give number 9 a go if you would like. Okay. Yep. So when it's
Wow.
Never give me
I only want to cry because I said on my mother's because my heart and it was upside down.
it's still no word.
It literally happened
I didn't say it in the American accent.
when I said it on the toy. That is a safety hazard. That's what I think.
I don't have like a packet.
Don't give us a book code.
Lemonade. That's a water.
Yeah,
That's a lie.
It's not lemonade water.
yeah. What's my language? Father's been one.
What is mine? Never heard of it.
I brought some more up to school. They're in my car. Okay. Here's number 8. Let's come together, please. I would just like to walk through this one. Let's come together, please. Okay. So first, now we move to a different section, and I see a handful of people not going back and looking at what are our steps. Okay. So please make sure that you go back and you identify the 4 kind of steps that you need to take. Okay. So first, I got to locate my variable. It's on the right side. Okay. Then I have to ask myself what's being done. Okay. I had another conversation with a student. It makes total sense that you at first will be like, is that being multiplied? Is it being subtracted? The way that you can always tell is if it's addition or subtraction, there's always a sign separating them. Okay. There's nothing in between here, which means it's got to be multiplication or division. Okay. Up here, we see that if it's addition or subtraction, there's something in between the variable and the number that it's being changed by. Okay, so it's multiplication. So we're going to divide by -7 on both sides. The -7s will cancel out on the right side and give me P. And then -56 divided by -7 will be 8. Okay, then I'll go through and check myself. Put parentheses in there. Insert the 8. -56 equals -7 times 8, which is -56. So that's good. Okay, let's flip to number 9. Good. Good. It's not too bad at all. So let's think about our progression, okay? Because what I don't want you to do is get complacent here, okay? Do we know what complacent means? I don't want you to. So complacent's like those of you that play sports, okay? Complacent is like you've had a pretty good start to your season, and the team that's coming up is one of the worst teams in the league. You get complacent about that team, and then they end up surprising you and beating you when you should have beat them. Okay, I don't want you to get ahead of yourself right here by thinking this is so easy that you have to stop trying, because this is the first day of doing this. So what's going to happen on Monday? We're going to do something slightly more complicated, and then what's going to happen on that Wednesday? Slightly more. We're just going to keep adding stuff to it because that's what algebra is. Okay, so just keep working hard, stay focused. We're doing good so far. So locate the variable. Where's the variable? We'll say on our left and just assume that maybe we just don't know our left from our right. So what operation is being done to the variable on number 9? It's division. We see a fraction, it's division. Okay. If we see a fraction, it's division. So, Izzy, what's the opposite of dividing by 5? Multiplying by 5. So this is how I would like for it to look. Okay, we're going to put parentheses around it because parentheses mean multiply. And then I'm going to put a 5 that's going to be multiplied to the top of this fraction. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing to the right side. Okay, so you insert parentheses. Those tell you to multiply. Now what happens to the 5 on top and the 5 on bottom on the left side? They're going to cancel out. Okay, so I'll bring down the n equals, and then I have 9 times 5, 45. Not when if you're same sign, positive. It doesn't matter if those signs are positive or negative. Yep. Okay. Now to check, I'll do n over 5 equals 9. For n, I will plug in 45. And 45 divided by 5 is? There you go. There you go. Okay. I'm not going to make you finish these notes. So here's what I'm going to say. Because I would like for you to get a chance to start your homework today. Your homework's on CUDA. So I would like for you to do 2 more. Okay? You have on this section right here, don't go to set 3. So you're going to do number 11 and either 10 or 12. Okay? So you have to do number 11. I want you to try. I'm not trying to trick you. I just would like for you to try. No, it's just an R. It just printed that. Yeah. Hey, on number 10, that variable is an R. Some of the print looks kind of wonky, but that variable is an R on number 10. Let's go. Let's go. You've been doing good. You want that lemonade water? Okay.
Yes, lemonade water. What is this? It's Lachona. It's Lachona.
And say it in English. Lachona. So what is Lachona?
You have to do a baby.
So basically, you did it once, and you are dividing.
Do either?
Either way. As long as you did a negative 1. Yeah, because you want to get the sign to go away. And we'll talk about we do the same thing. So if you're multiplying, if you're multiplying or dividing by negative 1, you do the same thing. So then you've got 7 times. Just like that. Now check the 7, Gavin.
Deandra, you threw those. Mr. Bennett, I'm frustrated that it's going to come back.
The negatives will cancel out.
I don't know any of the names except for mine. I don't even know which one it is.
What's up?
So, negative 8 times 2 would be negative 16. No. It's all the way over there. Negative 16, and I just have to. What's it called? Check it.
Yep.
Thank you.
You got this. All right, guys, here's the solution for number 10. And then I will discuss number 11. On number 10, you have to locate the variable. Variable's on the right side. What's being done to the variable? It's being divided by negative 8. I see less focus now. It disappoints me. Let's stay committed for another 3 minutes. That's all I need. Okay? The variable is having what done to it? Yeah, it's being divided by negative 8. So I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 8. The 8's on the right side will cancel out. That'll give us r. And then on the left side, I have negative 8 times 2. Which will give us negative 16. And then I'll go through and check by substituting in negative 16 on top. It's negative 16 divided by negative 8 is positive 2. So that one's good. Okay, so let's talk about number 11. Okay, number 11 has negative k equals 7. Okay, so the way that you should look at this, please pay attention, please watch. Okay, the way that you should look at this is that this negative is being multiplied to k. Okay, so we could call the negative, write this better, negative 1k equals 7. Okay, so now how do I get rid of that negative 1 that's being multiplied to the k? I can divide by negative 1. Those will cancel out and give me k. And then 7 divided by negative 1 will be negative 7. And then when I go back to check, this is how it would look. And this is another reason why the parentheses, make sure we're looking, this is the reason why the parentheses are so important. Because now we see negative times negative 7, which should give us 7 equals 7, which is good. Okay? And then I'll put the solution up here for 12. If you did 10 and 11 and you're good, please go into CUDA and do your homework. There are 10 questions. They are all 1 steps. The harder 3 ones are just larger numbers. Make sure you've got scratch paper. Okay? I do not want you to use a calculator. No, those are your notes. And if you need number 12, here's number 12. Yes. Yes. If you need to get back to CUDA, if you're not sure, you can go through the announcements.
Today, right? Out of in tomorrow, or like I did what? Can I do both of them today?
Yes, as long as, just be careful of the due dates because I do think they close. Okay, and I'll always set the due date for 2 days after we've done it. So like for 2 school days. So like the assignment that I posted on Tuesday would be due tonight. Okay, so just make sure you're keeping up with that.
Can I go? Okay.
You gave him the